I didn't expect to make this video, but for the past like 4 months, I've been obsessed with these Doki Doki Literature Club mods, and I think it's time that I finally talk about my... what's the word when you're like addicted to something? Oh right, addiction. Let's talk about my addiction. Also, I feel like I have to clarify this, but I'm not making fun of the people who made this mod. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just giving my opinion, and honestly, my opinion doesn't even matter because I'm just a weeb who has no life, so don't even listen to me. My main problem with this mod is definitely the writing, which is saying a lot because this is a visual novel? And I'm not just saying that, believe me, I know my Doki Doki. I have over 52 hours in this game, and I have the Monika Afterstory mod installed on my computer, and I have a ton of affection for her, along with a ton of outfits, and she looks beautiful! And look at this background. I have a problem. There's a lot of times where I feel like this would just be better as an actual book, rather than like literally anything else. Some of the wording too is kind of like distracting, because it feels like they're pulling words to try to make it more dramatic. Yes, good job. Big word, good job. You get a gold star. The writing overall is just kind of unnatural sometimes. It's not always all the time. Like, believe me, there's a lot of good stuff in this, but like just sometimes it just kind of comes off as like forced. Like the MC will say that there's chemistry, but like personally I don't really see it or feel it. But to be honest, writing dialogue is pretty hard, so I'm gonna let this slide, don't worry. There's also these moments where the characters will for some reason like swear, when I'm positive they wouldn't, at least not in these contexts. This is definitely not what Monika would say. Monika in general in this mod is just so open and like head over heels, it's kind of unreal. Both the music and my heart guide my pen as I try to paint a picture of a feather drifting across the midsummer sky. Of a song playing across the airwaves, an almost empty plane flying over the coming horizon of the night. Of words only ever spoken on an empty, solitary rooftop. Monika. I faintly speak. My heart's starting to race. Damn, someone's watched a lot of anime. Every character in this just kind of feels wrong sometimes. Like there's this scene where Natsuki runs out crying and the MC tries to make her feel better, and it works surprisingly well, and really quickly too. Now I've played Exit Music Redux and oh god, the flashbacks. Oh god, no! Natsuki would not act like this. In the mod, she immediately apologizes and goes on with life like it didn't even matter to begin with. Even in the argument with Yuri, MC is able just to solve the problem, and in that moment, I was like, what? This feels like something Yuri would do. Even the way Monika is speaking feels like I'm talking to Yuri. Honestly, I'm probably just spoiled with like these good stories that I've read, like Blue Skies for example, which did that scene so much better and actually gave insight into Yuri's character, especially if you go down her route. Oh right, that's a thing. Characters. Everyone feels like cardboard cutouts. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny cause like I'm normally okay with the whole self-insert thing in anime, but the MC for example is so like typical anime protagonist. I miss World of Dreams. The most character that I've gotten out of the MC so far is when he came home and ate a bit and then passed out only just to say fuck it and then send in his work. I was honestly smiling myself because that felt real. There's been multiple times where I was very tired now. Wait, are you serious? It's barely 7? You made it seem like it was midnight. Why are you tired for? Can I talk about how easy Monika is? Like every 2 minutes the word "and then I blushed" or "Monika's cheeks are red." I'll go ahead and like put like a small counter here for how much it shows up in like the first hour or so. Like granted, Monika was sort of easy in like World of Dreams, but even then she had so much to her character and like so much reason for it because like she was self-aware and the MC was like real who went into that world and they actually bonded and shared moments with each other, and even then the MC had to go through lengths to prove himself and still decided that he shouldn't be with Monika yet until he saves everyone else. And this story in Doki Doki Within, she just kind of likes him for no reason. I guess they shared a class together. That's cool. Why don't girls like me then? In general, like the Monika in this mod is just really open and trusting for someone who is still kind of a stranger. The MC and her do share a bit of story as what she said, like they shared a class together, they worked on a project, but the way that he made it seem like he never really interacted with her, she was just kind of there chilling. And she is the most popular girl in school, so for him, like a nobody, a typical background character, for him to approach Monika in general when you know, in that time where they had that class together, like that's not a thing. That's not a thing at all. And at least he hasn't made it clear that he actually did make conversation every day or every so often. But even so, Monika should still kind of have her walls up for multiple reasons that a lot of other mods have explored the reasons why. In Music Redux, Monica was the type of person to lose sleep over not knowing that Sayori was suffering and wanted to throw her a party and went completely overboard, making everyone feel uncomfortable. Even at the end of the game, when MC is all depresso espresso, Monica is forced to kick him out of the club, but she breaks her character to try and break through to the MC and just talk with him to figure out what's wrong if she could help. Because that's kind of who she is. She may be super mature and like responsible, but like, she's still kind of a person. She's not just like, oh god, I'm beautiful all the time, and then I'll tease you a little bit, but also I'm perfect. And maybe I like you. I like you. I don't know. The Monica in this mod, I guess, feels more relatable because it's not so, you know, I'm the idol of the school, but like, they definitely made it clear in the mod that she's still the idol of the school, so, I don't know. Even in the Vigilante mod, the Vigilante mod, one of my favorite moments in there is when Monica pretends to punish the MC for, I don't even remember what reason, but only for him to ask Monica to play games with him on the laptop. And they do, and it's super cute! Monica gets really into it, and they play that like weird shooting box game thing with the zombies and the devil. The one you played as a kid when you were in middle school. The reason why that scene works is because the MC has that charm, has that like suave, you know, like the suave, whatever the word is. I'm intellectual, I swear. Bro, if it was this easy, I'd have like 4 girlfriends right now. Granted, every story is different, so they always have a new flaw and problem for all these characters, but the fundamentals should definitely always stay the same. Take the mods I just mentioned, Blue Skies, the Vigilante, the SNA Snafu mod, World of Dreams. Monica is always pretty consistent and very similar to each of her counterparts. Obviously, they're still all somewhat different, but at the end of the day, they blend together. They blend together really nicely, and you know it's Monica because of the way that she is, because of her personality. You know, does that make sense? For what it's worth, this mod is still a demo, so a lot could change. I could sit here and talk about the grammar errors and misspellings, but I'm not that much of a jerk. Plus, my opinion is invalid anyways because I haven't read the whole mod yet. Yes, I'm barely like 2 hours in, so maybe it gets much better later. I'm sorry if I offended anyone, but like I said, don't listen to me. I'm just a weeb. I was also spoiled by the good mods out there. I know it's really hard to make these like continuation stories or anything like this, so like, come on, don't get upset at me. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me, please. Alright, update. Yeah, I just finished the mod. I actually think it's really good. It picks up really well. It tackles a lot of the problems that I already had with it. It does get better. So yeah, don't listen to me. This video is dumb. The mod's good, actually. It gets good, I swear. Yeah, so moral of the story, don't be me. Okay, bye. See you later.